I'm also concerned to hear that he went up to Dolly's, that he was out walking by himself.
Mhm.
Because, you know, if,
He follows
Yeah,
him by himself. We've been
The
following.
walker with wheels on it, it's fairly sturdy, so I can cover the park in pretty good shape. They do that almost every day.
Not like every day, you go there up and down the front of a trailer every day, but you don't walk around the park,
Not the whole park, no.
no.
Well, we were worried if he does go walking by himself, that if he ever falls and no one's there, we're
or
worried
gets,
about it.
gets lost, confused.
I've got a seat on the walker, so if I tire out, I just sit down for a while.
Yeah, that's a nice thing like
This is a different walker?
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got a seat on it for
I'd
rest.
worry about the drivers.
Yeah,
Be afraid somebody plow into me.
Yeah, right.
Well, they've had
It's
that
in the
happen
park, though, there's
in the
not many
park too.
people that drive around the park anyway. We're all elderly people.
Well, I mean, our concern is this just isn't like her, and this just isn't like you. I mean, we've never broached this type of subject before, and I guess that's why
Never brought it up.
it's hard to understand what's going on.
Yeah. Well, we have a recreation center where we all get together and get the mail from time to time. She'll go up and get the mail all alone. Sometimes I'll go up and go walk up and get the mail all alone. And sometimes I say she'll drive the car and get the mail. But it's a center where everybody converses.
Well, he seems to think that's where I met this particular person, but that's not where I know I was introduced to him one. He lived next door to my friend. He's married and his wife has cancer. I only saw him one time and was introduced to him, and that's all, and that's probably 3-4 years ago.
It was right around the corner from me and the last trailer.
Well, when you caught me, like you said, he was up next door to Dolly's house.
Well, that's not where he lives now.
Well, that's where you said you caught me.
Well, I've seen your car parked in front of his place, his new place.
Well, really? Okay. That's what you want to believe.
But that's beside the point. What's done is done. Is I'm trying to cope with it the best I can, and being a sensible man and reasonable, and that's what I'm trying to do.
We're wondering, any of the medications that he's on, that Capra, could that be doing anything that would,
Who started that one?
They started it in the hospital
Last year,
last
right
year.
right around this time.
Mm-hmm. They had him on something else there too. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, I know of it, but I usually don't prescribe it myself. Usually the neurologist is one doing the Keppra. It's awful hard to...
What was it, something you prescribed the last time?
No, it was at the hospital. They did this. Because they had every kind of specialist working on you because you had so much wrong with you.
Oh, when I was in the
In St. Pete's Hospital, yes.
Largo Medical.
Dr. Weir, one of our brothers and one of our sisters are both pharmacists, and they said that you might want to look into that Keppra with possible side effects on that.
But would it just show up now? He's been taking it for a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he's
They don't
taken
know.
it for a
You
year.
Just so you can look at the different.
Have we had any kind of seizures or shakes, tremors?
Not lately. No, I think
There
December.
was a couple of times in the summer you said you were shaky and kind of
A year ago.
lightheaded.
A year ago, the 1st of December, I was in the laid up
Hospital.
January 1st, December 1st to January 6th.
Right, that was
That's
not-
right.
Laid up. That
Well,
was a year
doctor-
ago.
It would be a fair question to ask Doc. When's the last time? Oh, never. I've never had this talk.
Never?
Not in 18 years, I haven't.
Wow.
I thought it was quite common.
I mean, maybe the psychiatrists have had this talk. I dare say they probably do, but not the family doc. I was looking to get my book to see The Evils of Keppra. And my first thought is, do you really need to be on it? If I could simplify any of the medicines, that would be a nice thing.
Mhm.
The other thing that I'm concerned about, certain things we check enzyme levels and serum levels, like digoxin. I don't know the last time we checked blood on you, but we ought to see what your levels are doing. How do you feel physically?
I feel okay. I take my walk quite a bit, up and down in front of the trailer, not too far. They always had that walker's got a seat on it, you know, fold down.
I'm gonna go right next door. I want to grab a little book real quick because I want to. Like I said, I don't prescribe Kepler myself.
That stuff makes you shake.
Well, who the hell was it described in
I
that?
think it was the
The
neurologist.
hospital.
Neurologist.
The
You were in
neurologist.
hospital?
All over the hospital.
There was a neurologist. And I
You
can't
had a
remember the name.
neurologist there, and you
There were so many
had
doctors you had over there. I don't
You had
remember.
so
You
many
had doctors
specialists.
for everything over there.
Was this Largo Med or St. Pete?
Both.
Pete.
Both.
Well,
St.
but they
Pete.
started
Started
him on
one,
the
got
Kepler on.
Yeah, it started
St.
at Kepler and
at
St.
St.
Pete.
Pete.
See, I don't even know any of the docs over at St. Pete. I don't go
No, and the only reason he was taken to that hospital was because he was at a rehab center on Park Boulevard, and it was the
They were
closest
the closest.
hospital.
That's
And
fine.
he was,
Yeah.
they called me on the phone in the car
Yeah.
and wanted the permission, DNR, if he had that. So that, and he had, what, 10 seizures total?
He had a few there, I remember. But he hadn't had any since though, has he?
Well, no, because he's on that anti-seizure
Yeah.
medicine.
There was
Butch.
something else before he was on it. I forgot
Yeah,
what it was.
but Butch said
Butch
too
got
that he
taken.
had to get off Kepler and they put him on something else.
Butch was on Kepler?
And he changed his personality completely, Susie says.
That's what the stuff he was on?
Susie
Okay.
Q.
I remember Susie said that. Butch's
Yeah.
personality was changing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kepler, okay.
He got smart.
He got smart.
They talk about monitoring renal function. They say avoid abrupt cessation. Don't stop it cold turkey.
That was one of the other questions that my brother and sister asked if he was still taking all the medications he was supposed to take, and
They worry about abnormal gait, mood and behavioral abnormalities, irritability, anger, depression, anxiety, apathy.
Mhm.
sounds like my medical chart.
Well, he does, he has days that he's depressed and,
My thought is this, I don't know that you need to be on the Keppra, although you probably need to be on something if you have seizures.
Yeah.
There's other things out there. My dilemma, it's not really a dilemma, but I would propose this. I can't stop the Keppra cold turkey. I'd like to back off of it. I'd also like to check a little bit of blood. How's that grab you?
That sounds good.
The urine looked fine. I didn't see any signs of infection. Quite often, if we got a low-grade infection, it'll
Right, yeah.
be enough to cause some problems.
Well, we take some blood and take a look at it and see what we can find. If there's something abnormal, well, maybe we can pick up on it, but I don't think that's what it is, but
Okay.
that's between you and I.
Well, if everything's perfect, that bodes in your favor.
Right.
Let's see what the labs show.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of thing that would be beneficial if we went and talked to somebody else other than me, the humble family practice doc? Because I'm not much of a counselor, to be honest with you.
As a rule, you and I have been pretty close. And I,
Yeah, but I'm terrible at this stuff. You can ask my wife. She says I have no empathy whatsoever.
But you must have some people you know
Oh yeah.
who you can recommend that they can sit down and talk and you know, get this thing in.
Help you work through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you can do, how to make you feel a little bit better.
Okay, listen, since I got you here. Physically, though, aches, pains.
I seem to be all right.
Okay.
I don't have any headaches or chest pains or anything like that. I take my medication on a daily basis, and I don't know exactly what I take, but that's
Oh,
in my
yeah.
computer, and she's got a copy of it, the stuff that I take.
I take care of his medication.
I think it's
I'd like to simplify it if I could. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know that you need to be on all this stuff.
Oh, I agree with you.
Usually everybody's happy if I can
Yeah,
skim down their list a
Yeah.
little bit.
me too, Mike.
Now, if there's something you truly need, of
Finger
course,
in the meat.
Yeah.
you need it, you need it. But
I take my morning meds and I'm full. I don't even have to have breakfast.
Right, it's a meal.
the reason we always taper down on any seizure medications is abrupt cessation can precipitate seizures.
Right, we don't want that.
Oh God, I don't wanna go through
No,
those.
no more of that, so.
So nobody wants that. So